A lot of chit-chat over the weekend on the future of Robinhood. Doug Cass of Seabreeze, among many others, talking about how Robinhood would consolidate into stronger hands. Is that just a given?
I don't know about I think it has aims to be an independent kind of owned company, and I think it's going down the path of an IPO at some point. I don't think it's going to be part of someone else's kind of wider portfolio as much as it can help it. It certainly had a cash squeeze because of everything that happened last week, but I think it was able to raise the money in pretty short order.
Tell me the thinking of the people that gave them a reported, I believe, just under $1 billion. They pony up. Is it to protect their interest? Is it to take a greater equity interest where it's opportunistic for them? What's that emotion?
Oh, I mean, it was their financial backers to begin with. Sequoia Capital was one of them. I think these are funders who want to see it become, have Robinhood become a large, valuable entity in and of itself. It had a cash squeeze just because of, exchange listing rules where you have to put up collateral, and so it needed the money in very short order. The fact that it was able to do that, literally within 24 hours, is a sign that people have a lot of faith that this can become its own big company.
Hussein, what will Robinhood become in 3 years?
I think it wants to be the kind of big brokerage for the millennial population. So I think it it has its eyes on being the next generation Fidelity for the up and coming investors.
I mean, are there any mistakes this week that could actually give way to another platform, or do they have first mover advantage that just won't go away?
No, I think they have first mover advantage, but the disappointing thing about Robinhood over the last week is their communication strategy was, I think, very lackluster. When everything was happening, they didn't really control the narrative in a single bit. There were lots of these accusations as to what was actually going on. There was a thread on Reddit, saying that there are people kind of behind the scenes and manipulating Robinhood, and they're kind of going against everything. I think the CEO did a pretty bad job in terms of owning the message as an independent leader. But most of the stuff was, quite frankly, out of Robinhood's hands because people are buying long-dated kind of call options on things, and they had to go off and fulfill kind of collateral requirements.
Well, let's pick up on these delicate statements that you make. The observation that the gentleman from the hood did a pretty bad job of messaging. Are his principles setting Robinhood up for a management change to go IPO, or are they setting it up for a management change to find the greatest bidder to be the millennials broker?
It's a good question. I don't think there's implied in the question is there going to be a management change? I don't think there's going to be a management change, but I think you're seeing once again the immaturity of a young tech company and the leadership in the young tech company kind of own, be able to take responsibility and be able to own its own narrative. You see this time and time again with Facebook as kind of the poster child, and yet again you're finding a company that's kind of thrust into the limelight that's more powerful than it ever probably intended to be, and it's on the back foot. You would imagine these companies should be able to grow up a lot faster.